God has wired you so that you can receive what most people never perceive. Well, then later on, when I was with Doug and they identified the gift, I started going to all their conferences, all their schools and everything. So I was sitting in a school that was being taught by a prophet going on 100 years old who had been in the 1908 Azusa Street revival.
Literally, he was nearly 100 years old.
Ended up in a split, by the way, but he came out of that. And he was prophesying for all these people. And I always sit in the front row. You know me, I want to sit in the front row. And so he came down, I stood up. And when he came over to me, he went to lay hands on me. I didn't even ask for prayer. I think he was just in the gift and couldn't stop himself. You know, how you get going in the gift and it just starts flowing and going. And so he steps back. He had two guys holding him. He was so old, couldn't stand on his own, but still prophesying like a young man. It's amazing to watch. So I got loopy because he touched me. And he goes, "Oh, you're different, cut from a different cloth. You're a different guy." And yeah, you know, I'm loopy. And he goes, "No, I mean, you dance to the beat of a different drum." Yeah. And then he says, "No, God has wired you so that you can receive what most people never perceive." And then I was like in the zone. I mean, I was somewhere else and he was right there with me. And he started reading my mind and explaining why I'd never really fit in, and that everything that is just common sense to me, nobody understands. He knew about the prophecies that had been spoken over me that were somewhat disruptive, like you're the rock that will divide the river. Those against him and those for him will split. And I'm thinking, well, that's not sound like a lot of fun. And it wasn't fun living it. But for the first time, I understood me. And I appreciated the fact that nobody else really did.